This is partly about the Gaulish myth of crossing what they call the street, which is the scholarly wisdom, Columbia washouts who strong arm people with less cultural influence and sway on various public issues where they disagree. Um, the operating utensil for many of them is that if it's white, it's wrong. Um, I've been pretty badly victimized by that stuff. And what I propose to do is discuss how Peter Gabriel operated, because I don't think all of the people in America are friendly to Britain. I'm also going to have to reconcile the fact that the people who aren't friendly to Britain closed ranks behind him on this one issue. Yusu Andor let out quite a squall when he put out So, which was augmented by Amanda Harcourt, a virulent attorney for Hare and Yoko Ono, mooning that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So street wisdom of Spike Oldby back in the days when he was still sketching the bulletin boards for Do the Right Thing was yada yada yada. The goal is greater than the sum of its parts. Spoke the horses in the burning barn. Blah, 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 blah. And they were emitting a signal that a cat call had a somewhat weaker chemical that was used for personality change than on um, the poor child in Ohio whose um, circuits were overloaded by the same agency, it seems, by a similar device. So street wisdom is to catcall people who've been purposefully overdosed. And I'm not president of the class, I mean, I don't have to conform to the hair splitting rigmarole of the spectrum evaluation of military sociology that Green Wagner's invented to play a shell game with what they consider justice. I'm not class president. I'm a poet and an artist, an independent thinker. If I was class president, I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing, because I don't think that Yusu Andor could possibly be innocent. He was coming from offices of Queen Elizabeth, where Franklin Graham was coming from, which is an international syndicate, who were catcalling a script that they actually wrote. Black people have been documented to be supportive of the fundamentalist overthrow. So, it doesn't, they're playing uh, cruel games with the mind by distorting language and calling out anything that seems to be an abridgment of taste without ever addressing what kind of abridgment of taste is at work in pornographic genocide. They can't tell the difference, apparently, between couples just getting it on and making ends meet and virulent crusaders out to monger disaster without any kind of public warning. What one person can do, they obstruct. I can testify that I've been trying to get word out since the beginning. It's a great obstruction, and the nuisance of the obstruction is that it's all wrapped up in hooligan philosophy. So it's censorship makes right when the issue is public safety. So I can't really amend to that, and the obstruction led to COVID with the cruel conjuring of climate change. So we're blackmailed into climate change by these Franklin Graham people in Africa. And it looks like African royalists were involved in the whole, and they set it up as a claim on America in some kind of warped cultural heist, as though the enemy is poor people in America. And they get this thing going through like arbitrary extortion syndicates who just know how to be surreally brutal to each other. That traces to a concept of social control that was very popular in Nazi occupied Paris. If you do your cosmopolitan anthropology, you will see that about the Gurdjieff society that Amanda Harcourt and Yusu Endur came from. You know, I can't do anything. Believe me, if I was in a position to say, you know, I'm not a scab. I'm not going to do hard work for nothing. I would, but they have made independent journalism for public safety out to be some kind of bizarre anti-union force. It's too much, bro. I think you need to take off your spinner beanie and put on your thinking cap.